Hey guys, welcome to episode 8, and today I'm going to be talking about dressing rooms. I just got done with the costumes, and so now we're going and adding on, kinda, sorta, but yeah, let's go ahead and hop in. I'm, trying to get these done because I waited last minute to record these. Today is Christmas, and these are supposed to come out on Christmas, and I'm just now working on episode 8, so wish me luck. It's 3 o'clock, I have to get these out by 10:30, so I have a little bit. But, so, the first thing about costumes and, dressing rooms and all that, they're all different. Costumes, what I said in the previous episode, it may be different for you. This is just from my experience and, my theater and all that. But for my theater, we have our own mini dressing rooms, and we use and share the same hair and makeup area. It's kind of like a mini salon in the hair and makeup area, and then we have our own separate dressing rooms. And they're just, big enough for some of us. Some of them are big enough for 2 or 3 people. Some of them aren't. Some of them are maybe fit 2 people top. Some of them can only fit 1. They're that small. But it's also you're getting your first little home. You can, decorate and all that. So I'm going to tell you what I do when it's time for dressing rooms and how I make it homey. So my first thing is you can decorate the dressing room. Of course, it's perfectly fine to make it personal for you and useful for you and organized, because sometimes I get so stressed changing costumes during a show. I have to have everything organized and where it's at, or I'll forget something completely. You may have to share it. Sometimes you have to share a dressing room. If the dressing rooms are it has the hair and makeup thing, and it's big, then you'll probably have to share it with people, and you'll get your own little section and decorate that little section. If it's just a mirror, you can hang pictures up or write inspirational quotes. I would clean it after every show, because during the show, I don't have time to clean it. And everything gets thrown on the floor, it gets put in the wrong drawer. My makeup is, spread out if I had to change, a lip color or add something, add special effects. And it just gets all over the floor, and, I just, take my costume off after the show, and I'll clean it up, I'll pick up everything, I'll organize it, make it spotless. Because if I don't, then everything, I'll just forget something to put on, or, I'll just lose track of something. But, just make sure it's clean and organized, or you will forget something. Now, the last section that is probably going to be 5 minutes talking about, this is for people who are allowed to decorate their dressing room. So if you aren't allowed, this is the end of the episode for you. You can go ahead and skip to the next episode, or you can just continue listening for fun. But it's talking about what I bring to decorate my dressing room, because I love to make a dressing room feel comfortable and it feels like home. Because when you get your dressing room, that's where you go if you have downtime, for sure. Because you can have people hang out in there, or you can just be in solitude. If you want to go study your lines, I'd go to my dressing room and study my lines. So I just want to tell you what I'd put in there to make it feel really comfortable and keep me focused. I like to start off, and this is more of the optional thing, is I put a rug or a blanket that I really don't care about, but it's still cute. I put it on the bottom because I have tights in all the shows that I've been in. I've worn tights, and sometimes the floor, it depends on what area I'm in, but sometimes the floor, it's a little coarse, or it'll be dirty. I could easily tear my tights in that, and I don't want torn tights, because it's just one of my biggest pet peeves is having torn tights. Also, if your dressing room is small and you to sit on the floor and do something, it's more comfortable and your booty ain't gonna hurt. But yeah, first thing is a rug or a blanket. Optional. This is optional. My second thing is lights, because they usually turn off the lights backstage, and if you have a quick change dressing room, which is ones that is really close to the stage because you have to change costumes, it's pretty dark, and sometimes they hang lights and turn them on, but it's still going to be dark. So I have bought fairy lights from Walmart, and they were $5, and I just hang them over my mirror. and it's a full body mirror, but we have these little drawers that are 3 shelves, and they're probably up to my waist, and I'm 5'3". And we just, we put the mirror against the wall and we push the drawer to it, against it, so it looks like a DIY vanity. And then I take my lights and I take some just regular tape and I tape them over, and so that gives me light to look at myself while I'm trying to fix my costume or whatnot. And also lights are they're cute and they make it more cozy. But speaking of the vanity thing, I like to put a chair in there. They have chairs at the theater that you can use, and sometimes they'll already have the dresser, the full body mirror, and the chair in there, and all I gotta do is just arrange it how you like. And I put the chair, I put it right next to it, but sometimes if I want to sit down and do my makeup in my vanity, my DIY vanity, I pull the chair out. But yeah, they'll usually have the mirror and the drawer and the chair already in there, so just rearrange it, add the rug, add the lights, and also if you want to make it really cozy, I put a throw pillow and a throw blanket on my chair, so if I get cold or I just want to relax, I can just sit there, be cozy and all that. And sometimes it gets really cold in the theater, and if you don't have a hoodie or a sweater, I just go to my dressing room, get that blanket and wrap it around me. And the last thing, if the dressing room, if it has a charging port, then I would bring a phone charger, because sometimes on school shows or when you have 2 shows a day, your phone is gonna die, because that's what we do. We play music from our phone, all that, and it's gonna get low, it's gonna die, and we don't want that, because we need our phone. Of course, obviously, we always gonna have to have our phone on us, because sometimes we drive alone, sometimes we walk out, and sometimes we just need to call people and all that. But anyways, those are the things that I use, to decorate a dressing room, or, just some info on a dressing room if you're starting theater and you don't know where to get dressed at or do your hair and makeup. But yeah, that was it. Thank you so much for listening, of course, and I hope you go on to the next episode, which is going to be starting in 3, 2, 1.